Hello, my dear friends, welcome to the new class, and today we will talk about darts, and particularly about darts that go from the waistline to the hip line. So for any garments that sit on the waistline, you can apply this technique. So for shorts, pants, skirts, you can use these techniques. Basically, the idea of this technique can be applied to any darts around the garment, but today we will talk particularly about this group of darts to create the transition between the hip line to the waistline. And before we begin, I want you to think about garments and fabrics and patterns in this way. So the garments have 3 dimensions, and the patterns and fabrics have 2 dimensions. And this transition from the 2-dimensional fabric to the 3-dimensional garments we make by building certain darts and construction lines. So with the help of the construction lines and darts, we create certain shape of the garment and a certain silhouette. And the majority of pattern making techniques that are used for making mass-produced clothing lines or for making pre-made patterns that you buy at the different fabric stores are based on a technique when you measure the certain measurements of the body, and then you calculate the depths of the darts, their distribution around the body, but their location and their direction and the length of the darts will be based on the average measurement of the certain group of people of the certain size of clothing. And if your body measurements are significantly different from the average measurements, then most likely you will have some kind of troubles with the fitting garments, and you will need to interrupt your sewing process, make some adjustment, even maybe remake some part of the garment, and then finish the project. And if you buy already finished garments, you will need to make some alteration to the certain areas. But with this technique that I will show you, you will be able to recognize which kind of adjustment you need to make, where to make them, and to make them on the pattern or on the fabric even before you cut the fabric. So you will be able to customize pre-made patterns. So you still can buy patterns at the store and then adjust them according to your particular body measurement. So let me show you how to do it. You will need 2 rulers, one ruler longer, one ruler shorter. I will use one ruler and the gauge. You can use yardstick and ruler like that, or both rulers could be just like that type of rulers. So the step number 1, you just need to make the vertical line with your ruler, with the longer ruler, and put it to the side of the body. So if you are making on your body, you literally put it on the body to the most projecting part of the body. Yeah, so let's say like that. So we will create a vertical line with this ruler. We will put it to the most projecting part of the hip area. Yeah, and so it will go down and up approximately to the level of the waistline. And then with the second ruler, I will measure the distance from the waistline to this ruler. See, in my case, it's almost 1.5 of an inch, little bit less, like 3.5 centimeters. 3.5 centimeters. So this is my depth of the dart on this area. Okay, so we will write it down. I will just memorize it now. And the second measurement, I will measure first. I will put this ruler from the waistline horizontal. You see, making horizontal line like that. And then with this ruler, I will form the vertical line as well. And I will put it to the same position. But I will just measure the distance from this ruler. So we will measure the distance from the waistline all the way to the place, to the area where the body actually touches the ruler. This will be the length of the dart. So I have 14 centimeters what about like 5 inches, 5¼ of an inch. So this is my length of the dart, and this is my depth of the dart. So I will write it down now. You can see over here that this is our measurement, 1½ of an inch and 5.5 of an inch. And then we will, on our pattern, we will create our, you see, this line of the side dart or of the side seam. So this is how it will be looking. And then you can build a skirt, you can build pants from this, but the side dart you will already have exactly according to the certain body measurement. Okay, also you can measure on such as long darts like this one, on side darts. You can also measure the distance like on halfway, like this, like depth of the dart on halfway. Then it will be easy for you to see, like for example in this way it's a little bit less than 1 inch. So let's say in this situation, if you want to repeat, if you need to repeat like exactly the silhouette of the body, you can see that this, for example, will be going a little bit straight and after a little bit like this way. So you can create this shape according to the actual body silhouette. And then we need to build darts on the back part. And here we will follow the same steps, only the difference that we need to find the right location for the dart. And if you cannot find the most like projecting part, if it's like most like even, then you need to follow the general rule and just divide this distance in the most like widest line. Divide from the center to the side, divide by half, and locate dart over here, or a little bit moved like about 1 centimeter to the left, towards to the side seam. See? So you divide it by half and move it a little bit to the left. It's a general rule. But most of all, we will look for the most projecting part, and then we will put our vertical ruler to this most projecting part, and with the other ruler we will measure this distance between our elastic, between the waistline and our ruler. So for me here it's exactly 1 inch, and then we will do the same. So with this ruler we will form the horizontal line from the waistline, and with the vertical line, with the vertical ruler, we will measure the distance from this horizontal line, from the waistline to the beginning of the dart, and it's about 12 centimeters over here, what is about like 4 3/4 of an inch. So I will write it down now. So I basically will divide this line by half, and this distance will be a little bit shorter. So this will be the beginning, you see, the beginning of the dart, and with the straight line it will be 1 inch. So 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other side, and these lines will connect with the beginning of the dart. So this will form this way. Of course we'll do it with a ruler. I'm just showing you just an idea how we'll do it. So this will be the back line. Of course our waistline on the back will be a little bit also having a little bit different shape. It will be like that, but in general idea you understand. So this will be your measurement 4.5, or we made it 4 1/3 of an inch, and this 1 inch one side and 1 inch another side. So this is how we built already darts based on the certain body shape. Okay, and now I will show you also how to do it in the front line. And now we will build darts on the front part. And even though it looks like this dress form has very flat stomach, but if we put the vertical ruler towards to the most projecting part of the stomach, of the front detail, we can see that it is actually forming a very small dart. Okay, so I will turn it now towards me. Okay, and over here I will put the ruler, vertical ruler, to the central part, because this part is even, so I will just put it to the center, between the center line and the side line. But on the body you will be also looking for the most projecting part. Sometimes it's close to the center, sometimes it's close to the side. So you need to make the base of the dart according to actual body shape. Okay, so I will put it to the center. The second ruler will go to the elastic line, yeah, to the waistline where our elastic will be, and we will measure. And I can see that the depth of the dart is even less than 1/2 of an inch, like 1/3 of an inch. And then I will put the horizontal line like that, and I will measure also with the vertical line. We'll measure the length, and the length is about 7 centimeters, a little bit more, so about 3 inches. So I already added the frontal part, already built the same side dart as we built for the back part, you see, and this one will divide by half, approximately. And now I'm making everything approximately. So this distance is 3 inches, so it's 4, 5, so it's approximately over here. And this one distance we have 1/3 of an inch one side, like very small, and 1/3 of an inch another side. See? And then we also connect these lines. So 1/3 of an inch one way and 1/3 of an inch another way from the center. See? So this is how our darts will be distributed, how they will be looking according exactly to the certain shape of this like body form. Of course, the waistline will be a little bit lower over here, but this is already different rules of pattern making. But if we are talking about darts, this is how it will be looking. So as you can see, without any particular calculating or special measurements, you can build a very precise patterns, any very precise darts on the pattern. For this particular pattern, you will also need to measure the width of the pattern, what is the hip circumference plus some ease, depending on type of the fabric or the design. Also, if you wish to sign up for entire masterclass where we will build custom pattern for straight skirt, the link is in the description to this video. It will be live online masterclass where we will build this base pattern for a straight skirt according to your particular body measurements. Also, after, if you wish to sew this skirt and practice sewing techniques, you can also choose this option in the forum. As soon as the group is formed, I will contact you with the more details. I also want to tell you that these techniques, this what I explained you today, is the very, very little part of this entire technique. With learning this technique, you can build all garments, like any garments with this. So if you like to learn more about these techniques and see more videos about that, leave me comments in the description to this video. If you have any questions about this particular class today, also don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to help you. So for now, I'm wishing you very easy and joyful pattern making process. I am looking forward to hear from you and see you in my next video. Ciao!